Good morning. I'm Tony Wells, Head of Marketing for Schneider Electric in North America. I want to wish all of you a Happy New Year and thank you for joining our first ever Channel On partner broadcast. We sincerely appreciate you taking time out of your busy day. Our first 30 minutes, my colleagues and I here will share how we are continuing to develop great products and services that not only deliver safety, reliability, and connectivity, but also enable greater efficiency. Then, for the second half of the hour, we'll go to Paris and hear from our global leadership team of Schneider Electric. They will be discussing some of the macro trends that we believe will impact our industry and how our strategy will continue to use innovation to address these challenges. During the program, you can interact with us on social media by using the hashtag #ChannelOn or by clicking the Ask a Question section of the broadcast. Please send in your comments and questions, and we look forward to hearing from you. Joining me here in Chicago, and it's a windy 7 degrees below, are my colleagues Armor Paul, who's the head of U.S. Business Operations, Rich Kortauer, who's the head of VP of Final Distribution, Kelly Becker, who's VP of Power Solutions, and Mike Montanari, who's VP of Partner Projects. Armor?
Great, thank you, Tony. And again, welcome everybody. You know, 2015 was an interesting year. We had markets like residential and automotive that did quite well. But we also had markets like oil and gas that had just incredible, unprecedented volatility. But the one truth, whatever market, whatever geography you're in, is that your customers were demanding more of you. The coding process is getting accelerated, and you have less time to respond. Customers are moving things around and changing their minds, and you have less time to get the information you need so you can get back to them with a complete set of solutions. The drawing process is more complex. You have less information up front, but the expectation is more digital packages, more complete drawings, and more comprehensive solutions. The job site itself is more challenged. You have less labor available, and the schedules are incredibly tight, so you have to be very, very efficient. The products are getting more complex. Everything is communicating, and that connectivity is absolutely critical. So not only do your people need to be better trained, but you need to have a manufacturer and distribution partner that can really help. And then ultimately in this industry, when things do go wrong, and they sometimes do, you need to make sure that you have a combination of a manufacturer and distributor that are going to do what it takes to get you back on track. For years now, the Square D team at Schneider Electric, along with the best distribution partners in the country, are focused on helping you with exactly those challenges. And we're going to make sure we continue to get more responsive from an end-to-end basis. Because when we think about being your best partner, it's not just great products, but it's the experience we provide. So let's jump in and talk a little bit more about those products. I'm going to ask Rich to talk a little bit about how we're helping contractors balance productivity and safety. Rich?
Thanks, Amr. Improving productivity and safety and managing risk is all about reducing contractor installation time and providing high-quality, reliable products. Innovative product solutions, such as our full line of plug-on neutral load centers, breakers, CSED all-in-ones, reduce wire connections by 15% by eliminating the pigtail wire. The ArcFall breaker neutral connection is automatically made as you plug the breaker on. This frees up wiring space, gutter space, and making for a simpler, easier, cleaner installation. Let's go out to Brett Roberts in Northern California and hear from Brett.
Greetings from Northern California. When we talk about improving your productivity and labor savings, I immediately think about our line of plug-on neutral products. Over the past 18 months, we've introduced 3 innovative products. We have QO plug-on neutral load centers, Homeline plug-on neutral load centers, and our newest offer, our Solar Ready CSED with plug-on neutral. All 3 allow for improved productivity and labor savings in a couple of ways. Number 1, the fully distributed neutral bar allows for fast plug-on neutral connections on every circuit, in addition to backed out neutral screws for increased productivity. Number 2, no pigtails on our CAFE or dual function breakers. Means a faster installation, less messy wiring, and frees up gutter space. Now, let's talk about the circuit breakers going into these panels. Industry professionals are well aware of the changes to the 2014 National Electric Code as it pertains to residential dwellings. The 2014 code now requires both CAFE and ground fault protection on kitchen and laundry circuits. Square D has introduced an industry-first dual-function circuit breaker. This innovative technology eliminates the hassle of having to use 2 separate devices, such as a breaker and GFI receptacle. This reduces the cost and simplifies the wiring while providing code-required protection for these circuits. And lastly, our QO and Homeline dual-function breakers are equipped with time-saver diagnostics, a firmware upgrade that will help identify the cause of the last trip quickly. Now, back to you guys in Chicago.
Thanks, Brett. We really appreciate it. So you can see we've really made improvements to the residential installation. Let me turn it over to Kelly to hear more about the great things from Square D.
Thanks, Rich. Contractors are achieving better on-time performance with integrated equipment. Just like our plug-on neutral, integrated equipment is easy to install and service. It's all pre-wired to save you labor in the field. Let's hear from Joy Silber in Raleigh, our Strategic Marketing Manager for Power Solutions.
Thanks, Kelly. Today, more than ever, we're seeing the electrical room get smaller and smaller. That's because everyone is looking at maximizing their revenue-generating space. We see this in hospitals, hotels, retail space, and even schools. This can create a large headache for many contractors when you're faced with trying to install panels and transformers in these tight spaces. I know sometimes even these transformers getting mounted to the ceiling can really eat up your labor cost. Recently, we did a large hospital project where we installed 25 electrical rooms. Each room had 16 panels and 4 transformers. Quite a bit of equipment to go in a tight space. The contractor chose integrated equipment because of its seamless design. Being pre-mounted and factory assembled, it allowed the contractor to get on and off the job faster, saving him a tremendous amount of cost in his labor. The hospital was really pleased with the final result in having a nice, clean electrical room because they were looking to put in as many patient beds as possible. Integrated equipment allows you to get on and off the job faster, saving you time, space, and money. I challenge you on your next project to take a look at integrated equipment to see if it will be a good fit for you. Back to you, Kelly.
Thanks, Joy. As you can see, integrated equipment offers great value for many types of projects, including healthcare, retail, education, and commercial buildings. Please ask your local Square D representative about trying integrated equipment on your next project. Additionally, we're offering great new products in the industrial market that improve installation, like the Harmony wireless push buttons and low horsepower drives. Mike?
Thanks, Kelly. Attention to labor savings for contractors is a priority, not just for all of our products, but also with our quotation, engineering, configuration, and delivery process. This is especially evident with our accelerated engineering initiative. Our QED standard switchboards with accelerated engineering are designed for a quicker project turnaround time, saving you time and money. We are able to provide a much more responsive, faster, and more flexible switchboard solution by focusing on the most frequently requested options of our Square D switchboards. This high-quality, pre-engineered offer provides shorter lead times and reliable on-time delivery of equipment when and where you need it. Get it faster and create a competitive advantage with accelerated engineering's simple ordering process, save time with shorter equipment turnaround, speed construction with quicker equipment delivery schedules, and reduce project downtime with on-demand factory approval drawings to allow earlier starts on installation. You can begin pouring pads and installing conduit prior to equipment delivery without any wait at all. This not only improves productivity, but also creates a much more efficient workflows for projects with tighter installation schedules. Accelerated engineering delivers the high quality and reliable Square D switchboards you have come to expect, delivered at the speed of business. We know you face time constraints and construction schedules are compressed. Please take advantage of accelerated engineering standard switchboards today so construction on your projects can start right away.
Great, thank you, team. As you can see, whether it's starting with the QO breaker and the panel board, going all the way through integrated equipment, as well as making sure that the switchboards are accelerated in terms of the end-to-end process, we're really focusing on making sure that we optimize the overall time and efficiency for you. You know our products are great, but historically you've said, hey, I wish you were faster. I wish I could get that information sooner. I wish it could be more accessible. Because one of the things we find when we talk to many of you is that there's a lot of cost wasted in that inefficiency. So what we're trying to look at is the experience end-to-end from your standpoint. But it's not just products and the process that we've been investing in. We've also been investing in a number of different areas. And first and foremost, our greatest competitive advantage is actually our distribution network. We view the Square D and Schneider Electric distribution partners as an extension of our team. They're the best trained, most capable partners in the market to make sure that not only do they have the inventory on hand, and then they can help you put the right packages together, but they have the project management support to make sure things go right on site. In addition to that, we're investing heavily in our factory network. We're going to start 2016 with the most comprehensive, most efficient factory network we've had in the history of our company. So challenge us. Make sure that if you have those additional deadlines, you come to us, ask for those dates, and let's see what we can do together using some of the solutions the team talked about. We're also going to roll out a new system, the first IT upgrade in a decade, to make sure that the whole coding process can be reimagined from your perspective. And we take unnecessary variability out. How often have you asked, I did the same thing 2 weeks ago, why do I have to do this whole process again? There's got to be a more efficient way to do this. And that digital bent is something we're really investing in. And speaking of digital, all of us today not only are using our phones for everything, but we're just more mobile, right? If you can't get it on your phone, it's just hard. So on the bottom of the screen, you'll see a series of apps that you can download and start using. Even the Square D Digest is now available as an app. So hopefully you can get the information on the go on your mobile devices. But you heard a lot of great information. We're just scratching the surface on what we could do. So we wanted to create a place where you could come and get all of this in a one-stop shop. Sitting down with contractors, we asked you what would that portal look like, and with your help, we've created the Schneider Electric Contractor Portal. This single sign-on solution will give you information on products, installation guides, configuration tools, even layout tools with BIM integration, and access to our experts. Let's take a closer look at the Contractor Portal.
We know contractors face extreme time constraints. Construction times are compressed, and you don't have time to make phone calls for questions. You need information at your fingertips, fast and easy. That's why we made the Electrical Contractor Portal a one-stop online resource to help you grow your business via direct access to product, installation and configuration tools, training, special offers, promotions, technical documents, and direct access to expert support. Got a product question? Access our free enhanced digital version of Digest Plus, our comprehensive product catalog. You can access it here or download the mobile app. Digest Plus gives you instant online access to Schneider Electric's entire product line, with technical application and layout information on a complete product catalog. The Schneider Electric Electrical Contractor Portal allows you to make quicker, better informed decisions that you can apply immediately to your projects. Speaking of staying better informed, your portal is also an ever-changing information hub with continuous updates on products, industry news, and educational opportunities. A quick scroll through the homepage gives you instant access to our ARC Flash Resource Center with industry white papers, webinars, and analysis on today's most complex code issues. A powerful product FAQ tool for quick answers to your most common questions. Up-to-the-minute industry news with continuous updates on events, tools, products, practices, anything relevant to saving you time and money. And to stay educated on all of it, webinars, online training, and meeting events to keep you current while allowing you to earn PhD, CEU, and other continuing education credits. Not finding what you're looking for? You can speak directly with Level 2 support via chat, download our customer care app, or call our experts through a dedicated contractor phone number. When it comes to easy navigation and instant access to everything that improves both you and your projects, the Schneider Electric Electrical Contractor Portal is your essential one-stop support center. Check it out today.
Great, thank you. I hope all of you are really excited about this portal. Like I said, we built this with your feedback. We had a bunch of contractors in a room and we said, what do you want from a manufacturer? What sort of information are you looking for? How do you get it today? And when we went through all of that, we took all that feedback and we built this portal. But like we said, we're going to keep making it better. So use it, sign up, and give us your feedback, because every time we get that feedback, we improve the tool for you. So look, I really appreciate the time you've spent with us so far, and thank you for all the questions, and we're going to go to that in just a minute. But if I recap everything we've discussed so far, the main themes are you've always known us for best-in-class products, and we're going to continue investing a lot to create the best products in the industry. Safety, reliability, connectivity, and efficiency are absolutely critical in all of this. But in addition to that, we have the best relationships with distribution partners. We have long-standing relationships with consulting firms. We have deep local knowledge in verticals as well as markets. And we want to make sure that we bring all of that together to help you be more successful in 2016. So with that, I'm going to transfer to Tony, and let's take some of the questions you've been sending us.
Great, Armor. Thanks. So throughout the broadcast, we've been getting questions from both the viewers and on social media. And so we're going to ask our panel here, a couple that have come in here. So the first one I think probably is for you, Rich. It's from Scott from Atlanta. He says, I've got some old pigtail AFCI breakers left over in my shop. Can I use these in the plug-on neutral load centers and all-in-ones?
So Scott, thanks for the question. It's a great question. The answer is yes. In our new plug-on neutral load centers, we have a fully distributed neutral, and we've continued to maintain the number of mechanical terminations. So you can use a pigtail breaker in the new style load center, but note, you cannot put a new plug-on neutral breaker into the old style load center. So thank you for that question.
So thanks, Rich. All right, the next question that's kind of come in, I think probably is for you, Mike. It's Doug from Florida, and so he's asking, hey, what new products are going to come out in 2016? Actually, Kelly, you could probably jump in on this too. So what new products do we have coming out in 2016?
Okay, well, first I want to back up to one we launched in 15 that was new, and I want to relaunch it, if you will, through this, is our combination I-line panel board. It's a combination of an I-line short panel with an NF or an NQ lighting panel all in one enclosure. So if you have a couple motor loads you want to put on the I-line and then feed the lighting panel and put it all in one enclosure and save some space and time, it's a great solution we'd like for you to pay attention to. From the innovation side, we've got a really interesting offer coming out called Smart System. So it provides the ability to pull electrical performance and operational load information right out of the circuit breaker without having to put a CT on a cable and run it to a meter. And it'll go to a local display, and it also will integrate into our metering software and hardware solutions as well. So please pay attention to that coming out. We'll be launching that throughout the year in our equipment as we go forward.
You know, Tony, in the last 18 months, we've actually refreshed our entire metering portfolio. And so if you haven't tried our new meters, please give them a try. Additionally, by the end of Q1, we'll be launching a tenant metering application, which is new for us. With where the market is going from a perspective of so much of the U.S. population is moving back into cities and moving into high rises, tenant metering is becoming an incredibly big play for contractors. Additionally, we're launching our new G4 PowerLink lighting control panel as well, which is a great fit for not only industrial applications, but also commercial buildings as well.
Oh, I forgot one. So we have a new circuit breaker coming out. It's a power pack to replace our legacy FA breaker. It'll be applied in I-line panel boards and switchboards as well in equipment. And then we'll be launching it loose to help the OEM side of the business going forward throughout 2016. So please take a look for that.
Great.
One last thing, sorry.
One more.
Well, one thing I thought about is to our distributors that are in the audience, we've got a launch mechanism called Launchpad. We've had many of you participate. It will be used to launch all of our offers, so please pay attention, because it's hard to say, well, we launched something because we realized not everybody gets it or wasn't able to see what came out. Launchpad's a great way to go see what's new and interesting from us.
Great. Actually, this is another one for you, Mike. It's Stephanie from Boston, and she's saying, what are you doing to improve lead times for your hot products?
Okay, so I think you heard about what Amr discussed around our investment and best in class for us from a manufacturing capacity and system standpoint. And then you go to the accelerated engineering we talked about, from how we are able to configure to order equipment and really compress those lead times. In addition, we have published lead times for all of our stuff, and those lead times are designed to be competitive with the industry. With that said, with our systems, the way we do our Say Yes initiatives in our plants, our demand planning of how we look at our capacity and understand what's coming in so we can be best prepared to address when we're asked to do something shorter cycle than the published lead time. So we are better prepared than ever to be able to respond to the market.
Let me add one thing to that. It's also about the conversation. We have historically built exactly what our customers have asked of us. But what we're finding is sometimes within that, there are things that they'd rather trade off for faster velocity. And so sitting down and doing the value engineering work is not just about taking cost out, but it's also about taking time out. And I think in all the solutions the team has described, if we can have that conversation, we can absolutely find a way to meet the deadline. So I encourage people, if you're not getting the lead times you need, sit down with your local teams and have a conversation about what you can really take out and what you need absolutely on time. And I'm sure there's a way we can make it happen.
Great. So next question comes in from Brad from Nashville. And Armor, I'm going to give this one to you. I'd like to use Square D products more, but what are you doing to make your price competitive?
We spend a lot of time talking about value, right? And I get this question a lot. But the first thing I'd ask you to think about is, what is the cost in the overall package? Is it just the products you're buying? Or is it the cost of the delay, when something doesn't happen the way you expected? Or when equipment shows up, but it's not exactly what it was supposed to be? What happens when the space you have in the room is less than the size of the equipment? That cost of quality is a big part of the expense structure here. So what we really strive to provide is the best value. And we do what we say we're going to do. We deliver a quality product. We deliver it on time. And I think in the end-to-end equation, we not only represent the best solution from a product standpoint, we also represent great value.
Great. So the next question we have is from Capital Tri-State. They're asking, what are we doing on transformer inventory, single and three-phase? So
I'll be glad to take that one. That's a hot topic these days, and I'll try to be brief because it deserves a longer answer, which we will be getting to you. What happened was we had the old style energy efficient transformers. We were done manufacturing at the end of the year. We had a challenge of maximizing our ability to deliver the demand for that, and then also be able to ramp up for the new EX Department of Energy requirements this year. So we're in a transformational period in our facilities, getting our capacity up. We will be communicating regularly. There's a meeting today to discuss exactly what we have going on. We'll be putting together a communication task force to get to our sales teams and our distributors to better address where we are from what's available today for standard units, which is, I think that question was more from a into stock, what's going to be in our distributor inventory, and then the specials as well. So more to come on that. We are working on it diligently. It's a top priority for us today.
And we're looking at a time frame of weeks to get back on a normal schedule.
Yeah.
So there's a small period, but we absolutely understand the impact it's having, and we'll get it fixed.
Yeah. Thank you.
Great. Thanks. Next question comes from Russ Kolar, who says, does Square D have load centers for more than 40 circuits?
I'll take that one, Tony.
Okay.
All right. Another good question, and yes, we do. We now actually produce a 54 circuit and a 60 circuit. And again, when times are tough and the residential is actually doing very well today, the high-end homes still have a tendency to continue to be built. And that's exactly what we've done here. The 42 circuit limitation has been removed from the code, so you can get a 54 circuit and a 60 circuit QO Homeline Load Center today.
What about NF, Rich?
NF has had 54 circuits for several years. Yeah. So, and same thing in the panel boards. We have 54 circuits available. We actually go up to 84 if you have a special order.
Okay, great. Any other closing comments from any of you just that you want to make?
I'll wrap up with one single takeaway, which is, if we haven't had the opportunity to engage us. And when we talk about our team, like I said, our distribution partners are an extension of our team. Let's sit down at the start of the year, as you plan your year, you think about your priorities, and have a conversation and challenge us, because we really want to make sure we hear from you, we engage with you, and together we solve the problems for the year ahead. We think there's a lot of opportunity, even with all the volatility. So the best of luck in your plan for 2016.
Great. We had one more question come in. It's how long will the older style GFCI breakers be available?
I think that's me again. So I'll probably clarify that question a little bit. I think the question's probably more on the arc fault pigtail breakers. GFI breakers will be available because, again, there's a huge install base, and GFI breakers still have application in both residential and light commercial building applications. The pigtail CAFI breaker, or the arc fault circuit breaker, will continue to build that because it has play in the remodel market. In the 2011 code, it requires that any time you improve a circuit or modify a circuit, you have to upgrade to the latest code, which will mean that some breakers today that are not arc fault protected, or circuits that are not arc fault protected, when you do a remodel, you'll have to upgrade. So there you will need a pigtail arc fault circuit breaker because it will be going into a load center manufactured before 2014.
Great.
Okay?
Thanks. So we'd like to wrap up today. I just want to thank everyone here for answering all of our customers' questions. And thank you for those who joined us online. To learn more about how to get highlights from this broadcast and to join our contractor portal, please take a look at www.schneider-electric.us/register. We're now going to go to the global broadcast. One thing to remember as you listened, the standards across the world are different, and so not all the products that you will be hearing about in that broadcast will be applicable to the U.S. We have a common strategy, though, that makes sure that we put innovation and the needs of our partners first. Thank you again for joining us from here in windy Chicago. Have a great day.